Morning, guys. It's Saturday morning. I haven't done a video in over a year now, and I've just been so damn busy. A lot has happened in the last year. So anyway, I had my stuff here, and I figured, geez, I haven't done a video. Maybe I'll throw the camera up for a bit. Now, this phone updated not too long ago, and for some reason, last time I tried to do a video, it kept stopping after about 2.5 minutes. So we'll see what happens here. Ever since I did the last update, for some reason, I don't know if that has anything to do with it or what. So yeah, a lot has happened in the last year. Last video I did, I believe, was a Christmas unboxing with my family, and 3 days later, we ended our relationship. As fucked up as that sounds, I've been with this girl for 20 years. She is the mother of my 12-year-old son. We own a house together, but she decided that she wanted to do something else, and we've been having problems for about the last 7 years or so, and we just kind of stuck it out because we owned a house and we had a young boy. So I figured, you know, we'll live the way we are for a bit. If it gets better, it gets better. If it doesn't, then one day it'll be done. And last year on December 31st, it was done. So it's been a different life for a year or so. I've just been concentrating on working and doing my own thing. So we have our own agreement with my kid. So we have him on a week-to-week basis. She has him 1 week, I have him 1 week. She does not live in the house anymore. She lives with a guy who she's been dating for almost 11 months now, which was incidentally who she started talking to when we ended it. So I started dating somebody about 6 months ago now, and it's going pretty good. And yeah, that's that. Eventually, we'll probably end up selling the house, unless something else happens in the near future, but no idea. Hopefully the camera's straight. It looks decent. What else happened? I broke the plow about 4 weeks ago now. The whole headlight assembly fell right off the mount, so the welds were all broken. I was plowing, and all of a sudden the whole goddamn light setup just kind of fell. So I had to get everything welded. It's all good now. Still using the same old rough blade, but she's still kicking. There's a little bit of a hole in the top one side of the top, but it's not interfering with anything. If I get quiet, guys, it's just because I'm concentrating. Yeah, so me and her split up. She still stops into the house to do stuff because she still runs a business out of that house, but since she's been with this guy, she doesn't come around too often. It's a whole different kind of life to her. Not something and somebody with a I don't know, I don't even know how to say it, but she started dating a guy that had 6 kids and is still married. 6 kids. So she has a kid of her own, and now she has 6 more. So she hasn't slept in our house in about 9 months now. And she takes my son to his house when she has him for the week. So my son is not home all week. So basically I have my kid all week, and then the following week I am by myself and able to relax for a whole week. So that's kind of good. I kind of miss him when I'm not with him, but we do a lot when we're hanging out for the week. It's just so different because I got to get him on the school bus. I got to get him off the school bus. Yes, he's 12 years old, but he doesn't really go out in our area. Where she lives with him, it's a little bit different over there. it's a lot more open. There's less streets around. And like I said, we've never really let him out of the house, so he's never gotten used to it. But this spring coming, he's going to start walking to his bus stop, which is only 2 blocks from our house. But it's just something he's never done, so I'm not going to just push him into it right now. And for the last almost 6 months now, midsummer, he had a random seizure. And no idea where it came from. It happened the one time. She rushed him to the hospital, and it hasn't happened again until about 2 months ago. He had 7 in a row, and he actually had them at the hospital, so they're able to do a little bit of testing. But they had to go to CHIO, and they still don't have any answers. Not that my doctor's heard anyway yet. So now he's on anti-seizure meds. Prescribed them in the last time he had all the seizures in a row. We don't know if he's giving himself panic attacks or what the deal is. But anyway, he was on these pills for only 2 weeks. They only give him 2 weeks worth, and I was like, well, they don't have any answers. Why doesn't he just stay on the medication? At least I feel safer that way, because you just never know. I could be out and something could happen while I'm not home for, the half an hour or an hour. I mean, he's 12 years old, so he does stay at home by himself. Not for an extensive period of time. She'd rather him go to her parents' house if I have to, if he's off for the week kind of thing, or even a day. She'd rather him just go to his grandparents so he's not home alone for the 8 hours or whatever it is, but it's just kind of safer now. If there was no seizures involved, I wouldn't really think anything different, to be honest. He's 12, he's just fine to stay home for the day, but I'm only 2 minutes down the road, and I'm usually home periodically throughout the day. But she'd still rather him go to her parents' house, so somebody's there with him all the time. Oh my God. I had a coffee about almost 7 o'clock when I got here, 3 hours ago now. I still have the taste in my mouth. So we're on pretty good terms anyway. It could be worse. We made her up our own schedules and everything. Everything's split down the middle, including our items in the house that we've bought over 20 years. It was kind of a little bit of a kick when this all happened, but then, you start thinking, it's like, fuck, 7 years, it hasn't been good in the first place, so why not just be single, do my own thing? And honestly, I've been a lot happier, and I'm dating a girl who's more suitable for me, which is sad because I was with somebody who wasn't for 20 years. She was just kind of comfortable, By comfortable, I mean very comfortable to do anything around or with. I think I just got used to the both of us got used to the whole comfort thing rather than what's actually, entails of a relationship. But anyway, it is what it is. It's nice to do my own thing, to be honest. Christmas was awesome because for 18 years, I've had to get up at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. to do our thing really quick and then run to our parents for gifts. And, it was nice, but it's really nice just to wake up on Christmas Day and, I don't know, sleep in a little bit. Something you don't do in a long time, It's just nice to do it. So it's the first time I've ever slept in on Christmas Day. I kind of woke up, had my coffee, and just chilled out until I had to start my running around, which was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And Christmas came and went so quick, it didn't even feel like it happened. Other than that, everything's good. Your kid starts having random seizures and nobody knows why. It's worrisome. well, he's getting prescribed these pills again, so it makes me feel a little bit better anyway. It's a really light snow, so it's just kind of, as I push it, it's just kind of friggin' really spreading out. Sorry guys, the ice is forming under the wiper blades. If this video happens to stop, I'll apologize, but I wanted to get everything out first. I have no idea how much time I had. I didn't do any checking the camera. It's a Samsung S21 Ultra, so, but she is kind of jammed full with a bunch of stuff at the moment too. So I didn't do the highest quality. I just went 720, my 30 frames per second, rather than 4K or even 1080. Goddamn snow, fuck. Feels like my line's not getting any shorter here. There's a lot more snow back here than I thought there was. Hopefully I can get this done in about 45 minutes back here. I still got all that over here to do. Clear up the dumpster areas. Everything else is done now. My girlfriend wants me to stay at her house tonight. She wanted me to stay last night too, but it wasn't planned out. Over there and she wanted me to stay. I'm like, I can't, I got stuff on at home and then it has to shut off for the night. I got dogs I gotta let out, cats I gotta feed. So I told her I'd stay tonight. She works till 10, so it's kind of a good time because I can let the dog out before I go. That way I don't have to worry about accidents happening while I'm not there. Oh, it's been a while since I've been on here. When I say dog, I only have one dog now. My black dog. We had to put her down in the summer because she was dying on her own. Oop. And my orange cat we also had to put down. So I only have the black and white cat now. I don't know why I'm talking about this stuff. I'm just thinking about stuff that's happened over the year. Black and white cat, and I have a silver tabby. I don't know if I had him last time I did a video. I think I had him in about 2 months. And then Oliver, the little Chihuahua mix. The little one that can't hold his bladder for more than about 2 hours usually. Video's been 15 minutes so far. Last time I think I was like 10 minutes and it just crapped. No, I was like 3 minutes and it crapped out all of a sudden. Something about a problem. Every time you do it, they do an update on this phone. I swear to God, sometimes when I get an update, I don't even want to do it. It's just, for some reason, fucks everything up that I'm so used to. I haven't used any of my RC cars for 2 years now. Didn't do anything last summer, or I should say the summer that just passed, or last summer at all. I started the Baja last year just because there was enough gas in it to start it and let it run before I put it back away. I brought it out of the garage, didn't use it all summer, started it before I put it away. That was it. This year I brought it down the garage and never touched it. Brought it down just to bring it back up 6 months later. My buddy's really into the RC car thing. I was in it when I was a kid, but decided to get back into it when I moved to this boring town over 20 years ago. I still like it, but I'd rather be doing other stuff for hours on end. Just depends on the day for me. Alright, just got this back shit section to do. Bunch of crossover work here, and then push straight back, and that's pretty much it. Again, guys, if this video just stops, I apologize if I don't have an outro. Like I said, I just kind of randomly decided to throw it up because I realized it's been over a year. The last video I did was our Christmas unboxing, and even after I watched that, I realized she was really quiet this year. I guess there was reasons. And I figured everything out on my own afterwards. So eventually we're going to sell the house. I don't know when. If that happens, I'll have to find something else, which sucks because I have my house so set up the way I wanted it. Put so much into that garage man cave over 20 years. To start another one. I don't know if I want to buy a house or just rent something for a while. Me and the girlfriend have talked about living together, but I don't know if I want to jump back into that situation again that quickly. What the hell? The sun's making that snow a little bit heavy. Full of snow. I can't move it quick enough the way I want to. These piles are here just because I was trying to do the employee parking back here earlier. I just kind of didn't want to take the time to go all the way back at that time. And there's still all these sections I got to pull all out anyways. It's all got to go back there, so. Oh, I got a new vehicle about 6 months ago. My other little Nissan was starting to fall apart, and the frame in the back was cracked, and It's just leaking oil and leaking coolant constantly. I was so sick of it. So I had a coworker that likes to spend money. He has money and he likes to spend it. So anyway, he ended up buying a fully loaded 2008 Pathfinder, Nissan Pathfinder, 7-passenger, thing's huge. And he drove it for maybe 2 months, and then he bought another car, so this Pathfinder was parked at his house. And when I sold the truck, I didn't really know what I was going to do. So he's like, I have that Pathfinder, if I'm going to sell it, if you want it, let me know, I'll sell it to you. So you have something right away. I was like, no way. So I went and he drove me, well, he drove home one night, and I went with him. He's like, just take it for the night, see if you like it, and whatever. So I never really noticed it when he had it at work, but I picked it up and it was very iffy when I was driving it home the 40 minutes. But I have a buddy that does well, he's a mechanic, so obviously he does safeties. But anyway, he looked at it the next day and he's like, there's not a damn thing wrong with it, other than there was an engine light on and it's been on and off since. I think it's just a gas cap. There's an airbag light on flashing because the clock spring in the steering column is broken, so it needs a clock spring. So there's a couple lights on for that reason. And of course there's no tire pressure sensors in it, so there's a couple tire lights on, like ABS and traction control, but other than that, it didn't need anything. It was absolutely fine. It passed the safety. Oh, the rear wiper didn't work, but he didn't really care. He let that go because everything else still worked, the defrost and everything. So anyway, I ended up buying it. I got it for $2,000. It's a 2008 Nissan Pathfinder LE with a V8. It's a little thirsty on fuel, but it's a lot more fucking vehicle than the piece of crap that I had. And the book value was actually still almost $7,000. It's got a little over 200,000 K on it, but I was very surprised because I had to get this thing appraised just so I could register the damn thing, because it was still worth a lot more than $2,000 that I paid for it. But anyway, it's all leather, DVD, power, everything, heated steering wheel, heated seats, adjustable power pedals, got the whole 9 yards. 8 speaker with a subwoofer in the back. It's I'll do a little video on it maybe one day. It's at my house right now because I'm in the truck. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. Other than she's a thirsty girl, but I don't go very far anyways, and I never leave this crappy town. So, however, in the winter when you're warming it up, it's a little more thirsty than in the summer. Oh, I should do this stupid little strip here just so it doesn't get left out. It's getting hot in here, boys, or girls, maybe. 23 minutes. Need to fill these nooks here that I never line up with. Plowing with this truck for 7 years, still a beast. Oh. Should be done in half an hour. Probably won't be able to see it on video because it's sure this is going to shut off after so long. Going on 25 minutes. I'm surprised that it's still going even. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much my year. I Family's getting older. My mom's getting worse. She was found out she had dementia about 4 years ago, so it's not getting any fucking better. She doesn't even feel like my mom anymore, to be honest. She can't hold a conversation anymore or anything. I'm surprised she still knows who I am, for the most part. Dad doesn't want to put her in a home, even though it's hard as hell to control her and look after her, but he'd rather take the responsibility on than some strangers doing all the work and him never seeing her, I guess, which makes sense. But how much can you really deal with? My sister had to move back. My sister's my mom's caregiver, basically. Dad pays my sister because my dad's retired, but he still does his own thing. She's more of a homebody, so he figured he would just pay her if she moved back home and if she wanted to do it. I don't know what she gets paid to do that. Take care of your own mother. Christmas was different this year. I was supposed to have my son until Christmas night at 6:30, but I know his mom, and I knew damn well she was going to want him. I figured I could kind of use that against her. So she wanted him. She wanted to take him on Christmas Eve afternoon and then bring him back Christmas night. So I have him Boxing Day, but I'm like, I'm not going to take him back for the day. If you wanted him early, you can have him early, because I already made plans. I do my own thing on Christmas, you know, my own family and stuff, and yeah. Anyway, my family doesn't do whole much. My dad makes a dinner and we do presents, but I mean, it's like a whole 2-hour thing, right? We don't have a lot of family come over or anything anymore, so basically went over there at 2, and I think I left around 6. It was so freaking full I could barely even stand. I didn't want to do anything but go home, have a coffee, and lay down. So me and my kid, 2 days before, well, the day before Christmas Eve, I went and got Pizza Hut. So we had a bit of a Christmas Eve dinner just the day before Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Eve night we got McDonald's really early and did presents about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Chilled out for a few hours, and then he went to his mom's until last Sunday. Well, the Sunday after, so New Year's Day. Oh, I'm getting there. I'm almost done. Wanted me to go see her after I was done this, but I didn't know my buddy was going to be over here doing tint today, so he said he was going to call me before he even got here. He was like, I was going to call you and stop by for a bit after I was done here, so he might still come over. So come on, baby. Apparently they had a fire back here last week, so I gotta look for that, because all I need is fucking nails in my tires from skids being burned. Wow, it's an almost 30-minute video. I can't believe it's going that long. It's just gonna be this in Cowboys until I can't do anything else. Oops. Crushed stone. See if this camera gives me a warning before it just shuts right down. That way at least I can give you some sort of intro, or sorry, outro. I'm just concentrating on getting this crap done so I can get the hell out of here, to be honest. Sideways down the line. Found the fire pit. Well, that's good. Oh, there's some fucking crazy rocks sticking up back here. Blade just to fucking get this strip. Jesus. That's brutal. This is a nice day. Fucking cold, but nice. Look at that crushed stone. Oh my God. It's the worst sound under your fucking seat. Jeez, I can't lift the blade high enough. exhaust come out. Oh no. Just drove through the biggest fucking section of the pile. Just get this rocky area done with. Fucking bucks are driving me nuts. Oh my God. 36 minutes. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I got this new exhaust put on this thing a couple of years ago, and I already got a freaking hole rotted through the tailpipe. About 3 inches from the end of the pipe. There's a hole, so it's got a little bit of a different tone in it, even with just a little hole in front of the exhaust, or the tailpipe. I need to turn the heat up a smidge, boys. It might be loud for a minute or two here. Must be sleeping in. Usually she calls me as soon as she wakes up, or texts me good morning as soon as she wakes up. Almost done. Maybe I will be able to close this out. Sit idle for a sec. Cool this bitch down. Yeah, so not much else is new. 40 minutes. Kind of ran out of talking. I forget I'm even like recording a video, guys, sometimes. Once I get in the zone, I just kind of go with it. Oh, it's so stiff. Maybe everything will fall together. Couple more passes, that should be good. Yeah, maybe more than a couple. I don't even know if I did a plowing vlog or a video vlog, whatever, last year. I think I might have done one or two beginning of the year. I remember doing a video with my old phone and it was giving me issues. No matter what I did, it only let me do 10-minute videos at a time. I had every 10 minutes I looked, the camera had stopped. After 10 minutes exactly, the fucking camera had stopped. I think it was probably a setting I had that phone on at the time. There was probably another update involved, because usually that's when stuff starts screwing around. It's when there was an update that needs bug fixing. Technology's wonderful when it works. But anyway, by the time I uploaded all these little 10-minute clips, I think it was like a 45, 48-minute video or something. Come on, reverse. This last strip without leaving any lines. Maybe if I go really slow, it won't shoot out. That didn't work. Oh, there's my guy.
So you remember the first question I asked you?
Yeah. Did I turn my headlight switch on?
Whether you had taillights or not?
Yeah.
You didn't have taillights.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a taillight fuse was blown.
Oh.
You now have lights. Now, the only thing is it's a 10 amp fuse.
Yeah.
I didn't have a 10 amp. All I have are the fucking short, stubby ones that don't have the problems coming
Oh,
out.
yeah.
They don't fit yours. So the only one I had in my box was a 20 amp. I put it in. It'll be fine. But it should only have a 10 amp fuse.
Okay. Well, that's when I see a free one.
The lights are working now.
The dash lights too?
Yep.
Oh, yeah? Okay. So the dash lights were part of the tail light.
Yeah, see, that's why I said, because normally that's what they do for your tail lights,
yeah.
Right? Is they tie them in with your dash lights. So if your dash lights, you go, oh, wait, what the fuck? Because you might not know you don't have tail lights.
Yeah, exactly.
When you don't
Well,
have
that's good. I never knew that. Of all the fuse things I ever had to deal with.
That's why they do it.
Huh.
Because, like I said, if fucking dash lights go out, you're like, oh, wait a minute, what's going on here? And you'll actually check it. Your tail lights are out, they don't know that. So
Yeah.
they tie it in. They tie the two of them in, right? So that.
It's funny, when I went over to the LC yesterday, and I was going to look in the window as I was backing up to see if I had taillights, and I never even thought about it.
Yeah. But
Good. Thank you.
it's good now.
Good. Thank you very much. How did you pass his car?
Right?
Did you pass his car?
Yeah, didn't have a cat on it.
Ah. Not many do these days.
And the tires are a little leather jacked.
Yeah, well, they look
Lots of rubber on them, but they're
fucking useless in this stuff.
I just told him, I said, you know what? Pat, get yourself a set of tires.
Yeah. Probably good.
These are going to fail on you at some point.
Yeah.
They'll either start leaking air and fucking,
Weather cracked, yep.
If you put fucking air in them every fucking 3 days, or one of them will fucking just blow, and then you'll be stuck on the side of the road.
Surprised they didn't do that for the safety, even in Quebec, like,
That's on safety.
I suppose. Hmm.
Yeah, it's safety because then we can. I don't know what the regs are in Quebec, but
Yeah.
technically it shouldn't have passed.
Yeah. That's That's an interesting fuse box, though, eh? The way it has that
Yeah.
thing that slides out. Does it slide out?
It does slide
That's
out.
what I
It
assumed.
when it slides out, unless you unplug the fucking thing,
Yeah.
it's still a cocksucker to try to work with.
Yeah.
You pull it, it wants to fucking turn.
Yeah, because the harness.
fuses are upside down.
Oh, yeah. Because I saw that.
It doesn't give you enough rope to turn it this way.
Yeah.
So basically all it does is give you enough room to pull it up so you can reach it sideways.
Yeah, because all the fucking tenons were in the center where it was like,
But if you look in that one, you'll see it. There's a 30, and it's marked like they are marked on the cover.
yeah.
There's tail lamp and illumination. Illumination is the 37.
I did see it. No, I saw the fuse. I just didn't get to it.
And it was fine.
Yeah.
Right? But then so I just thought, oh, I'll start checking the next one to it. Right? Well, that fuse is blown. And I look and it's the tail light fuse.
Oh, fuck. Perfect. Thanks.
Alrighty.
All right. Still on, guys. Oh, you are still on. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had my dash lights on my truck wheel the other night. All of a sudden, I was coming back from getting a coffee. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is my... Because it has the dash that obviously lights up, but it also has a screen, right, in the center of the dash, which is very bright. Because that's where all your settings, your stereo settings, and all the settings in the truck are. Which is, there's a lot. So my whole stereo, my main center console, and everything was black. I was like, what the fuck? So I knew it was probably a fuse, but the way the fucking fuse box is set up, I could see the fuse that I had to get, but I couldn't reach it, and I didn't know how to get the little fucking shelf compartment out, because it's weird. It's a box, but then there's a big opening in the back with this like slide that comes right out with a bunch of fuses in it too, but I didn't know how to get the damn thing out. Anyways, I think I'm done there, guys. I'm fucking calling it here. It's pretty much all I got. Like I said, I just kind of did this because I hadn't did a video in a while, and I figured what time is better to talk than plowing and you guys watching me. Anyways, guys, I'll try to do another video. I've been meaning to do it over the year, so it just every time I think about it, I've just not set up for it in any kind of way, and I'm not doing anything special. So this is why I thought of it now. Anyways, thanks for watching. Till next time, peace.